It's time we start to treat our dreams as a business.
Pick up the pieces of me, time after time, a new version of me.
Okay, so what do I mean by that, really? Well, I think that for many of us, not all, but many of us feel like we spend most of our days, most of our time doing things that doesn't fulfill you. Maybe we are going to a 9 to 5 where the only return on investment is a paycheck. And that paycheck, yeah, it helps us to maintain our lifestyle. But if you look at your lifestyle, if you're not doing in your lifestyle things that you want to do, is it really worth it? Okay, I'm not saying to you like, okay, now everybody should go out and quit their jobs. No, but you could if you want to. I've done that several times actually, but I will not get into that in this video. But what I'm really trying to point towards here is that if you view your job or the things that you spend most time doing as your business, this is what you do daily, you show up for it, no matter if you feel like it or not. You have a routine, you have discipline, you have system. Why not apply the same discipline and determination for the things that matters to you, to be creative? Because I do believe that being creative is not a gift given to, a lucky few. I believe that we are all creative beings. You are, I am, everybody else on this planet. And one way to align with our inner voice, with our spirit, is to express our spirit's desire to create an experience. So when I am working currently on finishing my second album as an independent artist called B-Side. And for so many years, making music was, the most creative outlet that I could ever experience and imagine. And it still is. But I didn't treat it as a business. I treat it as something I was waiting for. When I felt the rush of inspiration, maybe I went to a concert or heard a new song on the radio or a random topic, or maybe I had, some pain going on in my life that I needed to reflect on through the power of creating lyrics or whatever. And when I was younger, that was not really the problem because I were constantly in surroundings where I created music. I went to this show school. I had this producer friend. Me and my brother made music. And all of those things that supported me to be creative, to tap into that creativeness already within me. Then I moved. I met the love of my life. I moved to a new town. And I didn't even recognize it, but suddenly all of those things supported me in being creative. Creating music was gone. And the years went by and I had no system to make music. And I remember thinking, but I don't want to force it. Feeling the rush of inspiration that is, a natural instinct. And it is. But sometimes we need to direct our attention there and open that portal. And how can we do that? Well, we can treat that side of a life as our true business. And here's the thing. There are days where I don't feel like making music, and I don't know why. It's my ego, my identity telling me, no, stay in the couch, watch something, and the bar to entry feels high. And for so many years, I had no idea how to push through that, because I thought that if I would not listen to my comfort voice, stepping into the studio or grabbing my journal, starting to write a lyric, maybe about feeling this resistance, I thought that would be like forcing myself, and that would be like a restraint of my creative power. But then, just before I released my first album, Odd Bird, I created this method inspired by other methods that I had read about throughout the years. And it was a little bit inspired by the 2-minute rule in Atomic Habits. And that pretty much states that if you want to start something new, you need to build that identity. I don't like that term, but I understood the value of creating this new system, this new default way of perceiving myself, but also doing things. But I thought, okay, 2 minutes is too little to actually make something that will compound. So I stretched that window to 15 minutes. And that became the method. And I call it 15 minutes to success. Yeah, very nerdy, but I love making up names for systems. And I applied this 15 minutes to success. And I went from not, even writing songs anymore, not even singing in the shower, to start playing piano daily to practice. And then pretty soon realized that I want to make my own music. And then start this research. Okay, what is a, very simple, portable studio that I can start to record my music? And I discovered Soundtrap. And one step led to the other. And within 1 year, I had created my first album of 10 songs, I think, as an independent artist. All thanks to the 15-minute method. And all thanks to me treating my dreams as a priority, as the business that I want to show up in and for every day of my life. And now finishing some of the songs that will be released on the B-side album, which is like a little manifestation of things already created in the past, previous versions of me, and honor them by releasing the songs that I created back being her, and let it fly or not in this world. And a second reason for that is because, to be honest, all I want to do is create new songs. But since I've already had all of these different songs, I would say 500s or more, I don't know, not finished, it was like an important statement to myself to actually finishing these gems or whatever, to cultivate a mindset and self-image that I actually finish stuff. So that is what I'm currently doing, and treating all of this as my business. Subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I see you in the next video.
If I burn, I know I lived, and each time I fall, I count the chances that I did take. Each time I struggle, I know I dared catch my dream before they disappear. And if I lose my way and the road gets dark, know I find the compass within